So today on Project Shop we have a bunch of these sealed type transformers. I actually have one more over there on the floor. It's actually brand new, but it's such a weird voltage I don't think I'd ever use it or even ever sell it. These are going to be pretty simple. We'll just unbolt the transformer. Got a nice 1000 watt in there. But these are not so easy. Now, my customer gave me this one. He goes, "Oh, I think it's 100 pounds. Just go pick it up and put it on in your truck." Man, I went to go pick this thing up and about dropped my nuts on the floor because these things have weights. Sometimes they have weights on them. Oh, right here. 165 pounds. That is no joke. So I'm kind of curious to see how big that transformer is. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is years ago I came across a bunch of high bay lights almost identical to this, and I had done hundreds of them before. Well, when I opened them up, the high bay lights were the transformer was encapsulated in almost this exact same sandy glue type compound. Now, if any of y'all have ever tried to do these type of transformers with the sand, you know it is a pain in the butt. But I found a way to make that sand just fall right off. What I did is, at the time I was living in Loxahatchee, I used to burn a lot of stuff, trash, pallets and whatnot. So I started a fire, I put a steel grate over top of it, and since I had like 40 of these things, I'd go throw like 10 at a time on there. Now, really wasn't a good thing to do because it did plume a lot of black smoke, but the sand literally just fell off once it got hot. Now, some of these sealed ones, I think it's just got a transformer in there. We might be able to just open it up and see what the deal is. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna cut this out of this thing first. There's really no way to get this out other than to cut this with a grinder and get this whole big chunk out. Either way, we have to do that. And then we're gonna throw it in the incinerator. I have the incinerator fired up right now. It's running through a preheat cycle. It's been raining like crazy here, so we're gonna let it blow through all the stuff and clear out. And then while it's doing that, we're gonna open these up, see which ones actually are like full of the potting compound, and then we're gonna throw it in the thing. And we're also gonna throw a chunk of this on there. It's got this like rubberized stuff. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but we're gonna give it a try. First, I was gonna throw this whole thing on there, but I figured, let me try this first. And I also still have a piece of that in the freezer, freezing. So maybe it'll be brittle and we can just knock it off. We're gonna see the difference. And then I'm gonna stick that in the incinerator as well. I think it just fired off. I hear that thing rumbling. Let's see what it's doing. I think what I'm gonna do, I did pull it away from the building. I think what I'm gonna do is turn my fans around, because I can smell it starting to pull. It smells like diesel burning. Especially if we're going to start burning some toxic stuff in there. The good thing is it's already a nice breeze coming in this way, so that's going to help. Keep that blown out. We're going to lower this door down too. See where we're at. This is the upper chamber, 454 degrees Celsius, 457. So it's rising. The lower chamber is only 150. Interesting. So if there's a red light or anything here, that means you got a problem. I did watch a video on this thing. We do have this thing sealed up. A little bit of smoke coming out. Alright, first thing we're going to do, see what's inside these. These are some type of timer. Hampton Bay. I assume this is probably a lighting control. Probably help if we got all the screws out. Oh wow. So this ain't nothing but a big old toroidal transformer inside some glue. Now that being a toroidal transformer, I don't even know if that's worth it. Yeah, we're gonna have to break out the grinder, unfortunately. Wow. Oh! You might just be able to hit this with the hatchet. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure there's not a lot of copper in here. It might be better to sell this off as an electric motor. I don't know. We're gonna think on that. Okay, I changed some settings around on the GoPro, and now it's getting hot and shutting off kind of quick. But what I was saying is, what I might do is get the other one out. We might cut one open, decide whether it's worth it, or we'll just send it with electric motors. I'm gonna time lapse the rest of this stuff, because it's basically just gonna be me doing what I just did there, pulling out the transformers. And as soon as I get them liberated, we'll get a bunch of stuff together. I got the thing going over there, but it doesn't seem like it's getting to 1,000 degrees Celsius. It's only getting up to like 600. So I don't know if that's going to get hot enough to melt aluminum. I do have a piece of aluminum in there now, so we'll see what happens to that. But I want to put this, possibly this and that in there, and we're going to put this board in there and see what happens. See if this copper comes off. Just see if it cooks this down. I just want to see what happens, and see how well that scrubber works to evacuate the or burn off all the fumes and stuff. Okay, so this is the three things. I'm not going to cut that one open. We'll see if we can't sell it. It's brand new. The other one I'll get to later once I get this burning in the incinerator. Now, I just cooked the incinerator up, you know, just to run a cycle through it. And this was in there. I forgot this was in there. This is what it started out looking like. And it almost got hot enough to melt aluminum, but I think that's still kind of warm. Been cooling down a little bit. It just about wow, look at that. Just about cooked everything else. Look at all the copper. Hey, we're depopulating the board. Is this the best way to depopulate the board? Bunch of copper in there. Wow, look at that. Look at all the little copper. Whew, that's still warm. Oh man, look at all this. We might incinerate all these things. Look how much copper we're pulling out of here. This stuff's just falling apart. Dude, look at the board. It's like layers. That's so cool. It's just, the copper's just coming out, man. Look at all this stuff. Now there's more stuff in here. All these little nuggets. Look at that, man. It liberated all that stuff. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw these three things in there, and I'm gonna throw that board in there to see what happens with that. That's got all kinds of copper wire and all kinds of doodads on there. Big chunks of copper back here I'm interested to see. what happens with that. Now I'm probably gonna put a pan down, a metal pan. Let's go check it out. And I did watch a video, and I was wondering what, there was this, so that funnel actually came with it, right? That funnel came with this thing. I'm gonna put some more diesel in there. But there was this and something missing here. It actually had like a scooper that was like it's almost like a shovel, but with a half a round that you could stick in there and pull this stuff out. Okay. So I'm gonna stick this in here if it fits. I don't think this is gonna fit. Nope. Okay. And we're not gonna stick that in there. We're just gonna shove the stuff in there and fire this thing up and see what happens. See what kind of smoke comes out of it. And I don't know if I can I'm trying to figure out how to up the temperature, because we only got to a certain temperature. Looks like it's starting to rain. Can I get that cord? I might have to reroute the cord. I don't need this electronic stuff getting wet. That ain't cool. All right, let me before it starts pouring, I'm gonna reroute. I guess I gotta undo the plug. Shoot. I don't think I can close that. Yeah. I'm gonna have to route that plug through so it comes through one of them holes. All right, let me do that. I'm gonna get this thing loaded up, and then I'll show you what I got going on. Okay, after nearly electrocuting myself, I started taking that thing off. I still had the 220 plugged in. I caught myself right before I got shocked. So this is what we got going on here. We got the 3 big transformers, right? We have this big computer board. We have these transformers. I'm just gonna throw the tutorial transformer in there. We have this little chunk with the rubber. And then I got a bunch of random stuff here. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Some wire, a breaker, plastic. I mean, this all might just melt into a puddle. I don't know, but we're gonna try to keep the plastic stuff to this side, the wire to that side, and yeah, we're just gonna see what happens. And I got a battery now. I don't recommend doing that. I don't think it's a good idea. I just want to see if it's worth pulling the lead out of it, maybe. I've been trying to save some lead up to do a lead melt and make an ingot. So maybe we can incinerate the batteries. I don't know. But this is a sealed tray. If there is acid leaking, it's just going to leak into the tray. And then we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna load this stuff in first, and then we'll get that in there. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Oh, all right. Oh, it's still kind of warm. All right, I'm gonna try to put this in this way. Okay, that looks good. And we're just gonna put this in there. I guess we can just put that right there. Okay, I'll throw this one over here. Well, let me get that big thing in there. Let me put that there. These are not light to be getting. And then this big boy. Whew. All right. Now we took the metal case off, but if that thing weighed 5 pounds out of the 160, I'd be amazed. Oh. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't want to get those prongs digging in. Let's see if we can't get it centered. Oh, okay. Now I don't know if you're supposed to leave a clear path. We'll just push this to the side a little bit. Okay. All right. Let's get a good before look. Okay. That's our burner. Okay. Now, I do not recommend burning stuff like this, but this is a proper machine made to not only burn stuff, but to scrub the fumes coming out. Okay? So, we're like doing it right. I guess that one doesn't want to. Opposed to just like setting it on fire. Okay, now we've done my wonderful electrical. Okay, we got enough to open the door all the way, and we're just gonna let's burn this stuff for 45 minutes. Is that what that said? Yep. Idle. I don't know what that means. Maybe we should put some more fuel in here. Maybe it's still too hot. $95 degrees. Okay, it's gonna purge for 20 something seconds. Blow out any fumes that might be in there. Thinking I should go get some diesel fuel. Pre-burn. Okay, that's on. Yeah. Let me go get some diesel. Definitely shouldn't be doing this while it's actually burning, but diesel fuel is not like gasoline where it's just gonna ignite. Okay, we gave it the whole 5 gallons just to make sure we don't run out. Now I forgot what it said. It'll burn for a while on 5 gallons. Still only got a quarter tank. All right, she's pre-burning. Oh, something's happening. I think the lower, the extra burner just kicked in. Okay. We're just gonna let this thing do its thing. I don't see any fumes coming out of the top yet. When that second burner kicks on, we're gonna find out. see if any smoke comes out the top. That upper chamber, let's see, 380 degrees Celsius. I wonder if I can change that to Fahrenheit. 393, 394. I mean, it's going up pretty quick. Okay. While that's burning off, I'm gonna come back over here and we're gonna pull these transformers. We're gonna open these up, pull them transformers. I got a couple down in the bottom, double coppers. We're gonna prep and get them on the table. And I'm pretty sure, sorry about that fan. Pretty sure there's probably there's a couple transformers down in here we need to get to. Big boys too. Alright, so I'm putting time lapse on. We're just going to prep these transformers, get them on the machine. Let's see if this I hear some rumbling. This thing sounds, you probably can't hear it. This thing sounds awesome. Oh, 40 something seconds. Let's hang out for a second and see if we can't hear this thing burn, pick up. It's upper chamber, 436. Lower chamber's only 124. It's about to kick in, 24 seconds. Got plenty of diesel. I think it goes 5 gallons of diesel per hour. Maybe. So we gotta see if you know, it's actually worth it. And you know, being a pyro my whole life, oh, there it goes. Second one just fired up. That's what this other little red light is. 45-minute burn. Come on, baby. All right. We're just gonna let that thing burn, man. Yeah, I see a little smoke coming out the top there. I don't know how well if that's coming through. I wonder if my camera is seeing flames in there. That'd be pretty cool. I mean, I'm standing right here and I don't smell nothing. I wonder if that's a flame coming out of there. Let me shut this light off. Oh yeah, dude. I don't know if that's coming through, but I could see a flame. There's definitely a flame coming out of the top of that thing. Or something. That's cool. Oh! Oh yeah. I don't smell anything. Oh, dude, look at that. That looks freaking awesome. Oh man. So, alright. Yeah, I don't smell nothing standing here, so that thing must be doing its job. Got a light back on. Oh, we got a little smoke coming out of the front of that thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, if I keep this thing, I'm gonna have to fix the seal on the front door. There was like a little piece of metal. You see the rust over there, kind of fell away. Okay, this thing's been cooking for a while. It's got a nice flame. You should have seen it probably about 10 minutes in. Man, that flame was cooking, dude. And there was a lot of smoke. There's no smoke coming out now, but it's got this fiberglass stuff. You see a little smoke coming out because the chamber is actually pressurized with not only that, but this little one here, it's blowing. You can see the pipes go both ways. It's blowing to each chamber. Now, we got 2 minutes left on our burn. Our lower chamber is only 714 degrees Celsius, which is pretty far off of the 1,000 degree that it says it's rated for, and we're at 850 on the upper chamber. So I don't know if we have to adjust these fans to let more oxygen in, but we want to crank the heat up a little bit. It's been burning for I cranked it up to a 45-minute burn, and it didn't burn that much fuel. A little under a quarter of a tank. Curious to see what that does. Anyway, I'm over here recovering these transformers, and unfortunately those were half aluminum, half copper. I got to keep this fan blowing, unfortunately. So I'm gonna start pulling these. These look promising. I know for a fact those got 2 big coils. I don't even remember where this shit came from. We got some ballast in here. Looks like we got some copper wire we could probably strip. So I'll put the time lapse up. We'll get all these on the table. And we'll get all these on the table. I'm gonna take a break after that and get something to eat. Then we'll come back, run them. That thing should cool off by then. We can get in there, see about pulling them big transformers out, what it's going to take to cut them. And then we might come over here and finish this stuff up with the jaw and the air. I think I could just hit that with the air chisel. Now I did throw a piece of this in there, and I do have a piece in the freezer that will break the jaw out here and start munching on it. And then we'll see if we can add to our copper bucket. Right now we have slim pickings. So hopefully we'll have an overflowing bucket. I don't know. I'm hoping that 160-pound transformer was not aluminum. I might cry. Wasting all that time. I could have just sold it off as a ballast. Normally that's what I do with them. I sell them off as like a transformer, and you ain't got to mess with them. Anyway, we're gonna get back on the time lapse, get them transformers up on the table, ready to rock and roll, and hopefully we'll pull a little bit of copper out of here. Okay, this thing cooked off for 45 minutes. Oh, it's still kind of warm. This thing is funny because there's a thing in the way. Oh, we also got a special guest here. Steve showed up. This stupid thing is in the way.
What does it do?
There's a safety, so when this thing's burning, you can't open it. that turns down. All right. Let's see what we got.
Yeah. All right, man.
Woo!
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that shit. That's powder. Hit it with something. This thing's so
Look,
hot.
that one totally turned to sand.
Yeah.
We're still smoking, it's so hot.
Oh yeah, dude. This door is radiating heat.
Wow. Let me grab a pair of pliers real quick. Yeah.
I'll put that down there so we know.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that. There's nothing left of it. Really?
Yeah, I learned years ago, man. I built a fire and cooked some of them, but it wasn't in an incinerator. It kind of made
Look at it. Yeah. There's nothing left of that thing.
look at the size of that transformer.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Oh.
She's still warm. And it's copper.
Woo!
Look at that shit. That's a big transformer.
Yeah.
That's the biggest one I've seen of that style. You know, we got these other ones here.
Sure that's copper?
It looks like it. It sure is.
Yeah.
That's probably 30 pounds.
Well, it was 160 with the whole case. Who knows how much this stuff is? I mean, that stuff is pretty heavy. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, wow. Whew.
Is that aluminum? It looks like it.
I hope not.
I think it is. It's falling apart.
No.
All aluminum. Nothing's no good. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with these, man. You don't know.
No.
Okay, that's gonna go with the iron aluminum. Let's see what else we got. Is that one aluminum too?
Can't tell. It could be half
Oh,
and half.
hot.
Really?
Yeah, look, the little things are like melting to the glove.
Yeah. I don't know what that is.
No, that's copper.
Is it?
Yeah,
She took some heat.
she's ready to fall apart.
Good. What else we got? Look at them aluminum globules or balls. And did you put that thing I got you in there? How did it do?
This was it.
What was that?
That was a, oh, that's just falling apart.
Yeah.
Um,
Copper. Grab that rod in there, man. That's copper. See it? Towards the back. That rod. Flat rod.
I don't know what that was.
It looks like copper. Yeah, we're gonna clean that out and get all this.
Wow.
Yeah, right. That was plastic, wasn't it?
No, that was, oh, that's hot.
Is that aluminum or copper?
That's copper.
What was it?
That was a, that was the transformer that I had, it was inside of a big three-phase converter, or I'm sorry, a solar. It was a solar charge controller.
Dude, we could bake the plastic, the bake light, all the crap off of the stuff that we just can't process.
Wow. Oh, that's hot.
This thing here will burn it right off.
Dude, that did such a great job. Look at that.
That's copper?
I'm gonna throw that whole thing in here, dude.
Hell yeah. Why fight it? What does it start life as?
I'll show you. I got a thing in there.
Here. What are those little round things in there?
This was a whole computer board.
Oh, there's it. Okay, well then there's copper in there.
Oh. Oh.
You need something to grab that.
Yeah. I should have put it on something. I didn't realize
you
that.
gotta put something down, man, or you're gonna lose your your wallet.
This was a bunch of different stuff.
Look at what it did to that steel. That's a heavy duty little pan.
Just bring this inside. Oh.
It does melt aluminum.
Okay. Woo!
It does melt aluminum. You see that?
So this was a whole bunch of different stuff. I forget what this, oh, this was a battery, dude.
Really?
This is lead.
That's acid. This should have been drained out before you baked it. That's what I.
It wasn't.
Put my finger on it.
No, it wasn't. It didn't have liquid in it. It's got these plates.
Yeah.
And this stuff.
It's less than absorbed gas mask. AGM.
It burned the insulation right off that wire.
Yeah, this shit ain't worth nothing. Dirty
Stop
lead.
touching it, man.
Dirty and lead that's been cooked.
Oh wow, look, this was the whole.
What's that?
This was one of these, I believe. That's what it started out as. And this, look at the wire.
Yeah. I'd take that wire all day long.
Yeah, number 2.
I would take that out of there all day long, man. Can't go wrong with
See
that.
what else we got. Some type of transformer.
They did a good job with it too.
Oh, this is what that thing was. We're gonna put this whole thing in there.
Yeah.
This is loaded with transformers.
Hell yeah. That's one of them?
I don't know if that was one. That other thing was. That was an electric motor.
It really didn't do anything to it.
It cooked all the stuff. If I cut that, it'll probably come right out. I forget what this was.
That's copper.
There's copper.
Yeah. What was it?
I think it was a big plug. One of those big rubber plugs over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Here.
Oh, dude, look. I put one of those breakers in there. Yeah, it was one of them.
You put a what?
I put a breaker in there. It literally burned all that plastic. That's probably hot, dude.
Is it copper?
Some bits are copper. And then there's a piece of silver on there. So there's definitely...
It's got some potential. There's a place for it.
It burned, it cleaned that right up.
This shit here.
Yeah, that's what this was right here.
Can't process that like that thing can. How much did it cost to run that?
I don't know. We burned,
Is it cost effective?
I mean, I burned a couple gallons of diesel probably.
What else can they do
Ooh, that's hot.
besides diesel?
Used motor oil.
Right. Yeah, there's a Beckett burner and injectors.
Oh, there's the rest of that breaker.
Yeah.
So
That's a mess. We gotta find a way to.
see, we need to put this stuff in like a tumbler with some water and wash all this stuff off of it.
That would be a mess.
Oh, dude, I have that. I have the.
Can we burn this wire and make any money? Better money than we're making?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. We'd have to weigh that. I have a bunch right here. Look, we'd have to weigh it, burn it, and then weigh it again.
It's going to change the status of it.
It's going to be number 2 copper regardless.
Oh, well, fuck it.
I mean,
that's not going to work.
No, it's going to be number 2 copper. It's the same. This stuff has like a tin coating on it already.
Let them pay you for the installation.
Yeah, but if you're going from $1 a pound to $3.50 a pound, it might be worth it.
That's what I was asking you.
I probably shouldn't have piled all this stuff together.
Yeah, so you could see what works and what's not.
Because we just melted lead.
What is this? What's in here?
Some type of spark arrestor.
Is that going to burn?
I don't know.
It looks like, I don't know, 3-phase system.
I mean, that's a lot of weight right there. Oh, that's a little bit of lead. The lead actually melted into that wire.
Good. They're going to try that too. Here's something. Here's a wheel, dude.
Yeah. So, this is kind of my fault for just throwing everything there, but I'm super stoked about the results because it literally burnt everything to the point where everything is easily liberated now. All this number 2. Now, unfortunately, on some of them transformers, it was freaking aluminum. But, ow, oh, that's hot. It's still really hot, man.
Cut that with?
The jaw.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that's how I cut the first one. One of these.
Good job. Yeah.
I munched it up. This is what it looked like.
That's a lot of work, man.
But the incinerator just cooked it, man. All this stuff's going to go right in the incinerator. I think that's where maybe this came from. These are nice chunks of copper.
Yeah. You didn't have to do anything for it.
So I'm probably going to clean that thing out and then load that thing up with a bunch of stuff, man. Shit, what else can we put in there, dude? We put everything in there.
Some of those LED bulbs.
LEDs.
There's coils, all kinds of shit in there. No? I don't know. These worked out. I took a hatchet to one of them, man, and that's some durable stuff.
This is what was in
It
there.
ain't got a chance against the furnace.
This thing right here, whatever this is, it's hot. We're gonna need some more, that's aluminum. It's not worth messing with. We need more trays to put in there.
Yeah.
You know? And a way of washing this maybe. I'm thinking about putting this in my,
Look at that shit.
throw this right up in my concrete mixer, dude, with some water and just let it tumble out.
The
I think
battery is what's contaminating everything.
yeah, this right here,
That was shit. And there's nothing in it that's worth anything.
the lead.
Is it any good now?
I could still melt the lead down. I don't know if it's worth. See,
I don't think they want that. They want the virgin, you know.
Well, battery is only like 25 cents a pound at the scrapyard.
I've seen some big batteries.
But the lead is worth like 50 or 60 cents a pound.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's worth it. Look, something's still smoking in here.
Oh, shit. Where can we get lead?
Batteries? I don't know.
Where do they mine it?
I don't know, man.
Lead.
I think these things are brass or copper.
Looks like brass, but they've got a wire crimped into the end of it.
It'd still be brass.
Yeah.
That looks like a
Copper.
heavy ass something.
Yeah. Is this metal or plastic? Throw a bunch of that shit in there. That's copper. And that's
This is
plastic.
easy enough. I crunched this shit up with my with the jaw. Oh, you know what? I had a toroidal transformer in there somewhere.
What happens when you put one of them in? What it turns to?
What, that?
Yeah. That's plastic, a bakelite, isn't it?
Let's go see what else we can get out of
It
there.
gets hot enough, it'll fall apart.
Well, yeah, look what happened to this. There was literally nothing left of the breaker. That was bakelite.
Yeah.
That was one of these. This is what it started out as.
That's pretty damn good.
There was literally nothing left of it.
We struggle with those. By the time you're done breaking that up, you come out with nothing. Your shit's all scattered around and it wasn't worth doing. I've tried that.
I got some big boy breakers too. We just throw it all in the incinerator.
Yeah. Let me find you a big box.
We gotta go clean that thing out, man. Bring that light. You might need to shovel that shit out somehow. Hell no, I ain't gonna put that through my vacuum. Shine that light in there?
The cleanup, man. Makes it not.
No, we need to put a tray. We need to cut the end off of this tray because this tray don't fit. If we cut the end off of it, it'll fit.
And then you can just pour the shit out of it. But that tray's not gonna last long. One or two cookings and it'll be over. Look what it's doing to that stuff. What the hell was that?
Oh, sorry, man. That was a whole computer board.
Don't breathe that crap in. That's lead. Who knows what?
Fiberglass.
You don't want to drink that. I want to put some glass in a little container and see what it turns into. Damn. That put a ton of shit in the air. What is this? Is it? That's
It's the sand.
something. Smell that shit? That was a computer board?
Oh, there's the copper plates.
Fuck yeah. This whole thing is copper. And you
Oh,
can get
wow.
that.
Look at that.
You can get it. What's the rest of the shit? Aluminum? Or metal? Steel? Why would they layer it like that?
That's that transformer that... Oh, look at the aluminum
I know,
melted,
that's
dude.
what I was telling you. It does melt aluminum. That's a big piece of brass or copper or something. Yeah, see, there's copper all through that. You gotta shake that shit out. We're gonna have to get down and dirty with it. I remember them donuts. There's metal inside that bit.
Yeah, it's not really hardly any copper. That's
I
it.
know. No, there's not.
But it loosened it right up. All right, well, I'd say that was kind of a success for the first burn. I learned, one, don't mix a bunch of different shit. Two, we need a tray in there.
Yeah.
And I think if we just limited it to like one thing at a time, or different trays, so that it's not
partitioned off.
Like I piled that stuff on top of each other.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good idea. But we could burn like a bunch of these boards. Look at all that copper that's on there.
Every layer is a copper layer?
I don't know. It looks like...
They did some freaky shit with that.
Yeah, there's a layer of copper.
And then a layer of...
And then a layer of what looks like fiberglass or something.
Yeah, some kind of insulation.
Copper.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta rip that shit apart.
Dude, I got a whole barrel of this stuff. We're gonna cook it all, dude.
What is this? Shit right there.
I don't know, man. I have some more of these. Well, there's a bunch of copper on there.
Yeah, and we couldn't.
Here's the copper plate that was on the back.
Oh, that's what I was seeing.
Watch it. That's hot, dude.
Look at that shit. That was
that was these right here. There was 4 of them.
Yeah, those are the brains, man. Those are the process.
Here's the other one right here. Nah, it's like some kind of copper sink or something, like a heat sink.
Yeah, that's the processor. What did these boards do?
They came out of a...
Here, smack that thing and break it open. Is there any copper in it?
No.
Really?
There was aluminum, it melted.
That's nothing. Fucking aluminum makes for shit.
Don't touch that, dude.
This thing doesn't weigh nothing. Look at that. Is that a roll?
Yeah, it's like a foil or something.
That's fucking useless. And worthless. You would need a dump truck load of this stuff just to get $20. Yeah, it's a roll of aluminum foil. They do that on ignition components. Fucking bullshit. They're fragile as fuck. I had a bike, a motorcycle when I was young. It kept blowing the fucking... They called it the brain because people were stupid and didn't know that it was nothing but an electronic ignition component. And it was $200 fucking every time it blew up.
Wow.
I hated that. My bike was down. I didn't have a job.
Let's bring this inside. I just want to look at this under the light. So that's kind of crazy how much copper is in there. Oh, we got another something. I just think it's crazy that the layers. Look at all that copper, man. Yeah, I wish I didn't have the I wish I didn't put that transformer on top of there. Okay, so this time I put that transformer down there on the bottom from that 3-phase solar panel thing. I have a metal tray back there, and I got 2 trays here that we're going to try and collect everything in. And I think I'm going to break out my cement mixer, and then we'll just dump the stuff in the cement mixer with some water and let it wash the ash. Also, I noticed that this thing was kind of leaking a little bit around the door, and I do have some of this material I'm gonna try and get on there. Just throw it right there, see what happens. Just put it right there in the beginning.
On the floor?
Yeah, why not?
It'll burn, it's just plastic.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how this stuff is attached. It looks like it's attached with rivets. But I am gonna have to look into getting some more of that material there, because I'm starting to see the potential in keeping this thing, especially like for breaker, because I have like literally a 55-gallon drum full of breakers, and I can throw, instead of me spending hours, I can throw them in here, let this thing do its thing. I could be doing something else. I could just pull it out, wash it through the thing, and then go and separate. The stuff got to be separated at the end result anyway. It's just going to save a lot of time. And me, I was going to use the jaw or drill out the rivets and stuff like that. Screw that, man. We're just going to send it through the incinerator. So I'm going to see if I can't close this door and hold. I'm going to get Steve to help me hold that in place. And then we might crank these down a little bit more, so it's pushing harder on the door. And then yeah, we'll give this thing a second go, and hopefully recover some copper. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? That's the only problem we have there.